we are in I Can Read Music, Book 1, Lesson 7. We're taking a look at pitch. So let's see what notes we have here. We have our second space A. It looks like all of these notes are on the A string, right? So we have our A there in that second space. One note up from A is B, which would be, which would be 1 on A. One note up from that is C sharp, 2 on A. And we know that it's a sharp because it's written right here. Sometimes they're written over here in the key signature, but not in this book. Then we have our D, which is 3 on A. Back to C sharp, back to D, C sharp, B, A. So how you're going to go about these pages is you are going to say them out loud. Don't write them because we want you to think of them every time. Just say them out loud. So let's do line 1 together. All right, so here we go. We're going to say A, B, B. C sharp, C sharp, D, D. C sharp, C sharp, D, D, C sharp, B, A. And once you have successfully said all of the line without making too many mistakes or stuttering too much, you get 1 check mark over here. It might take you more than 1 time to get that first check mark. The second time through, you're going to play it. So here I go. I'm going to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that went pretty well for me, so I'm going to put my second check mark over here. Now, if that didn't go well for me, like I played the wrong notes or it was really out of tune, I would want to do it again before I get that second check mark. So it might take you longer than 2 times to get 2 check marks. You're working through this. For my final check mark, I want to play it 1 more time, but I'm going to focus on a specific skill. I'm going to focus on having a relaxed bow hand with curved fingers. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I did a pretty good job with that. So I'm going to make my 3rd check mark, which means I am done with number 1. Now you could focus on your bow hand, you could focus on smooth sounds, you could focus on positions, fingers on tapes, any of your violin skills, but I want you to pick one for that 3rd check mark. Now before you go on to number 2 in pitch, you're going to go over here and you're going to do number 1 in rhythm because this is still part of lesson 7. Now this is a little different because they're all open A's. So the first time through, we're going to count. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can point. And you can point as you go. Make sure when you're pointing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dragging your finger along for those half notes. All right, I counted and pointed, so I'm going to get my first check mark. The second time through, I'm going to play it. I'm going to focus on those long bows. 1, 2, 3, 4. I did a pretty good job on that, so I'm going to give myself my second check mark. Now, my third check mark is with a metronome. So I'm going to turn on my metronome here. I'm going to set it at a pretty fast tempo, but you can adjust your tempo for whatever you need. Practice some slow and practice some medium and some fast. And here I go, right with the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there I have it, my third check mark. After I get 3 check marks, I am done with that line. The next thing I'm going to do is go back to pitch, and I'm going to start working on getting my 3 check marks on number 2. After I do that, I'm going to start working on getting my 3 check marks over here on number 2. Every day, you're going to try to do 1 line from pitch and 1 line from rhythm. That way you get through the entire lesson in 5 days. You could even do more than 1 a day, and it will take you less days. Okay, good luck. Have fun.